Warning, F-bombs are armed and may be dropped. I'm at the lake house for about a month right now due to circumstances beyond my control at home. Last week, Charlie Kirk was murdered. It's a flat out murder, and there's no two ways to describe it. Um, with that, a can of worms has been opened that cannot be closed again. People that are cheering this on are literally saying that they're okay with political assassinations. And I mean, if this is the road you want to travel down, okay, just be aware everybody told you so. Related to that, there's a bunch of conspiracy theories going on here, there, everywhere. I lost track of them all. Um, don't say anything you don't know you could walk into a courtroom with. All right. Once one of these theories gets thrown out there, especially if it's later proven wrong, it gets attraction all its own. And at very least, people that didn't like him, like me, can glom onto that and say, see, they will tell any lie, they will do anything for their agenda. Okay, well, amongst other things, there's there's several people saying he was shot from behind. No, it was very clear he was shot from in front, right? Um, I've seen it said that this is a miracle shot. No, it's not. I could make that shot, and I suck. All right, I could not pass the range. Could not pass Coast Guard range. I could make the same shots, but with somebody right over your ear yelling at you the whole time, forget about it. Right? And that was not boot camp. That was later on at PSU. I'm just saying that's the truth. This guy also had a scope. It was basically 150 feet. Um, it's an easy shot, and he didn't have anybody yelling at him. He didn't have any kind of distractions. He could just stay absolutely focused. This was an easy shot to make. It's no magic bullet here. It was an easy shot. All right. I know people refer to the Kennedy assassination as the magic bullet. No, it's not. All right. You just twist the body around, all of a sudden, this bullet that stopped midair, turned 90 degrees, and then continued on, is going straight in a straight line. That's absolutely infuriating, is to hear people talk like that, even after it's been disproven. Also, I've reviewed the video just a little bit, not at the level that an actual expert could. I've watched the shot twice. I've also watched before the shot a few times. Doesn't look to me like Charlie was wearing body armor of any sort. All right, there was no swall, there was no deflection, and hey, I gotta own that one too. I said, well, it looks like it may have spalled or deflected or whatever. No, no, he got shot, and somehow the blood ejected through his mouth. Looks like a square center of mass shot, but it does look like it was more in this region. So my thought is that his lungs filled with blood. The lungs then collapsed and forced the blood out through his mouth. I could be wrong. I absolutely accept it. I just did the thing I said, don't do that. Well, yeah, but it does explain what we saw that proves all these other crazy conspiracy theories. Now, it didn't look as of this morning when I last had internet connection that there's some great grand conspiracy. It looks like this guy really did operate entirely on his own. It's possible that there were a couple of people that uh, knew what he was about to do and could theoretically have helped him. Um, I'm really not going to jump on that bandwagon yet, but I am going to jump on a different bandwagon. I've already seen a lot of people saying, I am so happy he died. Well, okay. Um, in so doing, after the fact, you became part of the conspiracy, and that's on you, right? My buddy goes to rob a bank, and I only find out about it after he's robbed the bank, and then I help him in any way, shape, or form. I am part of his conspiracy to commit bank robbery. I'm just as guilty as he is, and I have to deal with that fact. I want to add something here because a lot of people are going to assume, oh, I must be some big Charlie Kirk fan. No, I hated the son of a bitch. Right? I'm not glad he's gone. Passed away would have been one thing. You know, at 85, 86 years old, that would have been one thing. Right? That's called old age. To be murdered at, I think he's 37, because you didn't want to hear what he had to say. No, no. And I'm going to get into the reads here a little bit. I hated the son of a bitch because he made all gun owners look like fascist thugs, right? This is not a quote, and I'll try to include the quote in a in the description. The purpose of the Second Amendment wasn't for hunting. Well, no, no, actually it wasn't, because you can still hunt, even in France, with a gun, if you have permits and all the other shit. And it wasn't self-defense. Well, yeah, that was the first purpose of the Second Amendment. So where are we going here, Chuck? It was so you could stand up to a tyrannical. Shut the fuck up. Right in that moment, you made every gun owner look like a fascist thug. I remember. Oh yeah, that's why I turned on Turning Point. Huh? Forgot about that. And I did. It was like 2, 3 years ago. Of course, I forgot about it in 2, 3 years. I really hated that little prick, but I did not even want to see him get a head cold. Of course, a few head colds. I'm sure he probably got the flu, right? Maybe the kung flu. In the past 4, 5, excuse me, years. I didn't mean I wanted him dead. That's the opposite. Yeah, I was kind of tracking him a little bit to see if he would ever be coming to my part of the world. Um, so I could actually go up there and say, hey, Chuck, about that, about the way you've been running your mouth about the Second Amendment. Da, 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 da. So, in other words, the only purpose of guns is to oppose a tyrannical government. Well, yeah, yep, yep, yep. That's the primary reason. Okay, so define a tyrannical government for me, because I'm really I want to see how far you're gonna fucking shoot your dumb ass mouth off. You made the mistake in life of thinking that money equals um, that having money makes you right. He with gold makes the rule, right? No, you're a fucking moron. And I've said that before. I'd never been this emphatic about it because I didn't have a reason to be. So don't make the mistake of calling me some sort of Charlie lover. No, that's a thing that didn't happen. Um, you want these rules? Well, okay. You know, you set the rules that you wanted. I hope you're ready for the consequences. Keep calm, mandatory carry on.